Hi, everyone. I'm Sabrina. I'm the lawyer at Verity Law. Today, I will teach everyone about the ins and outs of Federal Express Entry, which is the immigration application. So this program is very popular among immigrant applicants because it's simple, fast, and affordable. The results are also fantastic. If you get approval, the applicant and their family members can get their PR status if their family members are the co-applicants. And while waiting for approval, applicants and their family members can apply for work permits, allowing them to continue or start to work and live in Canada. However, there are a few requirements on the applicants, which I will explain right now. So under this program, there are 3 sub-programs, each with different requirements. The first is called Canadian Experience Class. So this requires applicant to have, in the past 5 years, 1 year of skilled Canada work experience. What are skilled? Must be NOC 0, which are mostly management positions, NOC A, which are mostly white-collar positions, or NOC B, which are mostly high-end blue-collar positions. So if you have any question about whether your position qualifies, please contact us for an initial free consult. How do you prove you have those work experience? You will need to get either an employment contract or a proof of employment from your employer stating your start and end date for your position, your job duties, and your salary. You will also need to provide a notice of assessment showing your income or payroll. There's also language requirements. So if you're in NOC 0 management positions or NOC A white collar positions, you need to have IELTS 6. If you are in NOC B, which are high skilled blue collar positions, then you need to have IELTS 4. Okay, the second sub-program is called Federal Skilled Worker. So the requirement is that in the past 10 years, you must have at least 1 year of Canadian work experience or 1 year of foreign work experience. So this is great for foreign workers who are not yet in Canada. Again, you need proof of employment letter or employment contract and payroll from your employer to show this. For language, you need the IELTS 6. Okay, the last one is called Federal Skilled Trade. This is designed for blue collar or high skilled technical workers. So you need, in the past 5 years, a minimum of 2 years of Canadian work experience or 2 years of foreign work experience, all in very specific NOCs. Again, if you have a question about your NOC, please ask us. The good news is self-employment experience does count. So again, you need proof of employment and payroll statements to show such. And in addition to that, you will need a job offer from an employer that will last for at least 1 year, showing that your future employment for 1 year is secured. Luckily, again, because self-employment experience is accepted, it could come from your own company. Lastly, language requirements are CLB 5 for listening and speaking and CLB 4 for reading and writing. Now, CLB conversion to IELTS is a little bit complex in this case, but if you have any questions, you can check out the link below this video. Okay, so a lot of applicants ask me, so what if I don't have enough points to take advantage of this very amazing program? Not to worry, there are 6 common ways you can increase your points. First is through the Ontario Human Priorities. So I always suggest to my applicant clients, as soon as you meet the minimum requirement, even if you don't have enough points, go into the express entry pool. If you're lucky, and many of our clients happen to be lucky, the Ontario immigration government will nominate you to apply for their program, the Human Priorities Program. Once approved, you get awarded 600 points, which will definitely make sure you have enough points to apply for PR. And of course, Verity Law can help you apply for the Human Priorities Program as well. Secondly, is that you can get an LMIA showing that you're more competitive than the local candidates. That will give you an additional 50 to 200 points. Again, Verity Law can help, and we have a lot of successful cases in that regard. Third is you can try to increase your English or French language skills. Even if you're already in the pool, you can update your details anytime, such as a higher language score. You can do education credential assessment for your foreign education and diplomas. So if your foreign education is recognized as a Canadian equivalent, you can also get points. And again, we can help with that. You can also upgrade your education, but that's not really worth it for express entry because the points that are usually added is only between 15 to 30 points. If you do have very high education, Canadian education, I actually advise another program, which is the OIMP International Students Employer Sponsored Master's Program or PhD program, which I will talk about in my next video. And if you have a brother or a sister in Canada, you also get 15 more points. Now, a lot of applicants also ask me, so what are some of the advantages of hiring Verity Law to do this application? Well, I summarized 6 advantages. First is that we make sure there are no inconsistency between your documents and that they're ready to go as soon as you are into the express entry pool. So that might sound easy, but up to 80% of our clients have inconsistencies in tiny little details, such as your start and end date for your work or your job duties. Now, inconsistency can lead to very negative consequences, such as, the immigration agent might even saw that you are misrepresenting or lying. So that's very bad. It can lead to a rejection, or it can even bar you for applying for several years. Okay. Another thing is we make sure that your documents are prepared well in advance as soon as you enter the pool. You don't want to prepare your documents after you're nominated or invited to apply for PR because you're given a very small window of opportunity to show that, everything you put into your profile, you're not lying. You have the documents to back it up. So if you said you have 2 years of skilled work experience, you better have those employment letter and pay stubs to show it, right? That's not something you can come up with after you being invited. And if you cannot produce the documents on time, again, it might lead to rejection and misrepresentation, finding a misrepresentation. Second, we make sure that your applications is submitted on time. I know a lot of people, they're very busy with their work and lives, but you have to make sure you always have status in Canada. If you don't submit your application on time and you lose status, that's very dangerous. And in the worst case scenario, you can face deportation. So we'll definitely avoid that for you when you come to us and we do an assessment. We're capable of dealing with complex cases and situations. So especially if you have multiple employers in that year, if you have break in employment, and if your salary is not really the average salary for your position, right? We'll usually see if there are other ways that can prove that you exercise the same duties as your NOC code. We're skilled in handling self-employment cases and situations. So when there's self-employment, the IRCC agent is gonna scrutinize your application and require a lot more documents because you are employing yourself. We're very skilled with that because we also do business immigration. We're skilled in corporations and any kind of business and self-employment documents. We're also very skilled in addressing any concerns by our CC or questions. Sometimes they have the most stringent questions on the tiniest detail on your application, and we're very skilled in, diffusing their concerns so your application goes through. And lastly, we offer a one-stop shop services in that if you do need more points, we can do those additional added points for you, such as, applying for Ontario Human Priorities or getting an approved IA. So if you have any questions, please see the contact info below this video and you can book an initial free consultation with us. Thank you for watching, and here's to wishing everyone on receiving your Canadian PR status for yourself and your family as soon as possible. Thank you.